There's a place called Cleveland Town, and if you go down there, you better just beware of a team called the Cleveland Browns. They came alive in 85 and 86, they're going for more. Bring on the Broncos, Bengals, Bears, the Dolphins, Steelers, we don't care because we're going to the Super Bowl. They're the bad Cleveland Browns, baddest football team around, better than a team should be. They're gonna win the AFC. Now the Browns are known out the league for their fearsome running backs. Nothing could be finer than a run by Ernest Miner and a big Kevin Mack attack. We got Bernie the Kid, and I'm glad we did. He's as talented as he is cool. In the clutch is quite a twosome when he throws to Ozzie Newsome. Brian Brennan, Webster Slaughter too. They're the bad Cleveland Browns, baddest football team around, better than a team should be. They're gonna win the AFC. Now the Browns have got a defense that can really rock the place. Tell your runners and receivers that they're gonna be believers when the dogs are getting in their face. There's Golden Johnson, Clancy Hairston, and a couple 100 pounds of clay.
What are your names?
Ashley.
Ashley?
Missy.
Ashley and Missy. All right, we got Ashley and Missy here in the front muni lot. We're going to ask them a couple questions regarding today's game. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. So far, what do you got on the menu? First of all,
We have buffalo chicken dip, meatballs, hot dogs, and pasta salad.
all right. We're going to get into the hard stuff now. We already went through the easy questions, so here's the meat and potatoes. What players today are going to be key for the Browns to pull a victory?
Landry and Mayfield.
Good enough. How about you? No?
I got nothing.
She's got nothing. All right. What's your resume? What's your Browns resume? How long have you been coming tailgating, and how long have you been a fan?
A long time. I'm 35, so a very long time.
Yeah, unfortunately, a very long time. All right, this is the question of the day. What is your prediction for today's game? What's the score going to be?
I'm bad at that. 35-17.
35-17.
Browns, obviously.
All right, we had to ask. All right, that's it. Missy?
Ashley.
Thank you. What are your name? All right, Wednesday night QB's live in the Muni lot, and we have with us
Michael Pomerantz.
and this guy. If you don't.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Wednesday Night Quarterbacks. Here we are again, Season 5, Episode 15.
There he is.
Yes! Yes! I love it. I love it. Would you like to say a couple words, Brown Bag Man? No? You good?
No. Hard to hear in this thing.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Absolutely not.
And for anybody watching, the I Love Lamar, sincerely Love Miles, he won't be wearing that at the next Browns home game because he never comes.
Oh, ouch.
Wow.
Hey, no, there's still time.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I love Lamar. There he is.
Really hard to breathe in that thing. All right.
That was terrific.
I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, come on.
That's the best entrance of the year.
No, he would have been good if he'd have left it on the entire time. That would have given.
Oh, wait. We're not live yet?
Oh,
We've been
yeah,
live.
we're alive.
Okay, good.
You guys can join us live if you go to the Zoom room and 599-401-010.
There's nobody watching.
It wouldn't blame me if you
There's
put
two
on
people
a garbage
watching.
bag of your own.
Someone's
There's
coming
nobody.
in.
There's nobody watching.
There's
Probably
two
the only
people
person
here.
coming in
it's
is Steve
Stephen-
Thomas.
No, we got a
who's not-
special guest. We got a special guest tonight.
Eric. Patrick.
Very special guest.
Oh, it's your boy.
He drops
Brian.
in once a season.
Brian is much more furry.
Brian with an O.
Welcome.
There he is. Look at him, man. He's got
Look
a
at that
dress
beard.
shirt
He's
on
coming
and
to the
everything.
Raiders game.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize I was in a fan cast about pheasant hunting. Welcome.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Huh.
But if you've got questions about hunting or dressing a wild boar, Brian Furry is your
Riding a
guy.
motorcycle across country.
Motorcycles. Yep, for sure.
So Furry, since I will tell you this quick little one, I bust my wife's chops about driving on the wrong side of the street.
This is a Browns fan cast.
Well, we have a pheasant guy, and he says, and she says all the time, it was one time, and I go, yeah. But it was at Sturgis during Bike Week.
Well,
I know,
the viewers are dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Oh, all one of
We're
them.
What's up,
losing viewers.
Anthony? What's up, Dave?
Come on.
Two others.
What's on the agenda today,
Make sure
John?
you put a comment up
that's
there
my
so we know
line,
you're
Jimmy.
watching.
Sorry.
What's on the agenda today, John?
Which John? The other John has the slides.
Well, you're the one that always spews the filth, so you might as well.
Slide man.
Well, I got some quotes. We're going to talk a little bit about the Browns' offense versus the Lions and the Ravens. Do a little update on the players leading into the bye week, and then
I
we'll
can't wait to hear these quotes.
Well,
I
air
can't
some
see.
grievances.
I can't see anything. Where's the slides?
Well, he hasn't shared them yet.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
They were just buying some
There
time.
we go.
Whoa,
All right.
hey, whoa.
Let's get into these quotes. I'm glad we got both Brians here, so we got a couple more people guessing. Put a lot of work into these.
Keeping track. Whoa.
Those are probably the same fans that will not be quiet while we're on offense and trying to operate. Don't really care.
Everybody knows this Baker.
All right. Yeah.
Moving right along.
What'd you guys
You
think
guys
about
suck.
that? What'd you guys think about that comment?
Baker's a fucking dickhead sometimes. That's what I thought about the comment.
He's honest.
He's honest. Do we think that those are the? I think there's some overlap, but I think some of the fans were actually booing that had paid for season tickets for a long time.
Yeah, that was he said that after the Detroit game.
Yeah.
And the problem I had with it is if he would have said that immediately after the game, you could say, all right, he was hot under the collar. He didn't play well. They lost or they won, but barely, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, he skipped the press conference.
Yeah.
This was at least a day or so later. And you just, like Dan Orlovsky said on NFL Live, you don't call out your fans. You just don't. It's a battle you'll never win.
You would have reacted the same way if he said it 5 minutes after the game or a day later. You would have reacted the same way.
Oh, you're such an apologist.
Let me tell you something right here.
I'm not.
This is all you need to know, Jimmy. 15 for 29 for 176 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. What do you think the fans are going to do? What do you think the fans are going to do?
Oh, boy.
You don't think the fans are going to boo you when you're sucking up the room?
But you were never losing in that game. Ever. At any point. You were up 13 nothing at halftime, and you were never trailing.
Do you always put on your contrarian hat?
No, but
Jimmy can't do anything except blow Baker on the 50-yard line.
It's
Because
like
you didn't. Did you lose? But did he lose? He threw one good pass.
If we're talking shit, whenever we're talking shit about Baker, Jimmy's always coming to his defense. And then whenever he wants to talk shit about Baker, we're all like, what?
No.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just saying, is it common for you to boo the guy when your team is winning? If they were losing and the guy threw 3, I get it.
Don't you think it's a special situation since we were playing the shittiest team in the league?
The worst.
They won the game.
Oh, come on.
They barely won that game.
That was
ugly. This debate is settled easily. Jimmy was doing this exact same thing when he was saying, how could you Browns fans boo at the Arizona game when we were getting our ass kicked?
Well, that's
so
true.
Jimmy has the same. It's the fans boo.
Hey, moving right along.
Hey, this quote got a lot more traction than I thought it would. Good job, everyone.
All of these quotes get more traction than I think they will.
I got some doozies in here. Baker's a great competitor, just as good a competitor as any quarterback in the league. As time goes on, you guys will see how great a quarterback he is.
Jimmy Klingenberger said that.
That's probably...
After the Detroit game, he said that.
World, watch out. Here comes Baker.
I have no idea who said it. Somebody who was either high or fucking drunk or something.
It's a Browns player.
I'm going to go with an O lineman.
Joel Bitonio.
Well, it's definitely not Hollywood Higgins because nobody's heard for him in a month.
Not on the offensive side of the ball.
Higgins got a hammy, doesn't he?
Maybe a rookie that might not know what good quarterback play is. I don't know.
J.O.K.
Yep.
Moving right along.
Let's see who it is. Point for me, J.O.K.
The guy with the slides. Got it right.
Which you sent to me at 7:29 p.m. and we're wondering why they were up a little late.
It's a well-oiled machine here on the WNQB, a Browns fan cast.
See what I have to deal with? Glad you're doing the slides now.
All right, back to pheasant hunting.
Rolling right along.
Moving right along.
He brings energy and brings a toughness to what he does. I think it gives the guys a boost to start the day. The Red Bull spokesman.
Who said it or who are they talking about?
This segment, this always is bold. Who said it and who is it about?
Oh, yeah, okay. So it's about Kareem Hunt, I would say.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know who said it, though. Maybe Baker or, anybody from the
Could
offense.
there be
Chubb.
Yeah, good call. Good call, Furry. I think it's Chubb.
I think it's Hunt.
I think nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
I love that you love this segment, Brian.
2 points for me.
Jimmy gets minus half a point.
I would have said Stefanski, except the quote didn't begin with, "We got to play better."
Right. That's true.
We're going to look at the tape.
I need to be better. I need to be better.
We need to play better. I need to play better. We have to do better in the film room. It's a very big game. I feel like for us, every game from now on is playoff game. We want to make a run. We've got to do what we do.
Hunt.
That is correct. The only thing I would add is he should have said, I feel like for us, every game from now on is a playoff game.
We'll talk with his speech language pathologist right after the break.
Isn't he a UT grad?
Oh, yeah, UT and Willoughby South.
All right. I mean, obviously, you have to take the Toledo jab there. That's well done.
Hey, I have to get something in.
Right.
Just remember, kids, you don't have to go to college. You could always go to Toledo.
Indeed.
We didn't go to class, and the majority of the people on this fan cast went to BG.
And we didn't go to class either. Just I'm throwing that out there.
I don't doubt that for a second.
As well as I did.
We went to the Bat Cave.
Oh, my God.
I think with Baker, especially from a long-term perspective, you really try and take a big picture approach. We expect him to play his best football moving forward. If I'm not mistaken, Andrew Berry.
Yeah, I was going to say Berry.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
yeah, I heard
that was another Jimmy Klingenberger.
Oh, Breon got it.
Did you guys think that those comments gave any indication on their plans with Baker moving forward?
Well, if anybody listened to Adam the Bull, he interprets it as Baker might be here long term, but he ain't getting a contract anytime soon.
That's the way I took that.
Yep.
Well, they picked up the 5th-year option, so I hate to tell you guys, you got Baker for another year. So if you like him, great.
Oh,
If he's going to be here.
I don't think he's going to be starting.
Oh, he may.
Who else is going to start?
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that he's not starting the rest of the year or the next.
No, I'm talking about next year.
Clear what Barry said was
anybody else.
Don't expect a 10-year, $400 million contract rolling out before Christmas.
I don't expect that either, but I'm just reminding everybody that they picked up the option, so he's your quarterback next year for $19 million.
And at this point, he'll be lucky if he makes $400 million in his career, let alone in a contract.
Oh, he'll make it off for Progressive.
That's true.
Not if he's not the starting quarterback anymore, he won't.
Well, probably not, but
Baker's house is going to close.
He'll be taking Doug Deacon's spot in those commercials.
I mean, my only point is, you guys, we're gonna be having this same discussion 12 months from now, because he's still going to be the quarterback in 12 months.
And in 12 months, are you saying the Browns are going to be a 500 football team?
I certainly hope not, but he's going to be the quarterback next year, so get used to it. That's what I got out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And dollars.
How many of these quotes do we
Last
have?
one. I certainly don't want to be a head coach, but all I know as a Browns fan, I would never, ever call a prevent defense.
Oh, this is a celebrity or something that I think said this.
Was it Condoleezza Rice?
I think something like that.
Look at that. Look at that. Coming in here. How many did you get right, Brian, with an O? Like 3
got
of
at
the
least
6?
2.
I remember watching that the Manning's cast, and I think I saw her say that.
Okay,
That's where it was. That's where it was. Someone attended more classes than most.
Well done, sir. Well done.
All right, let me tally up the quote points here. Stermack got 1, Spalding got none, Jimmy minus half a point, Brian Furry got 12.
Well, the next slide is about the Browns offense versus the Lions and the Ravens. Oh, everybody drink.
There's a blue line.
We're doing the combo. We're doing like a double header here.
I'm really hoping that's the slide.
Okay.
That's the slide.
Gotcha. All right.
Nothing to write home about. The Browns have the NFL's single lowest catchable pass rate on targets to wide receivers deemed open or wide open. Denzel Ward, 327 coverage snaps, 0 TDs allowed.
That's my man this year.
The Warden.
That's
He's back on your good side, huh?
All right.
Remember at the beginning of the season, I said if this team was going to do anything on defense, he'd have to be the one to bounce back.
And we got the NFL sack leader.
But I picked him.
Very true. All right, NFL sack leader is what he is. He's doing his part.
And Jimmy still can't believe they gave him any money.
Yeah, right.
He wanted to let
Baker, we need you to be, or Miles, we need you to be just a little bit better. If you could.
Jimmy insisted last year they should let him walk and not give Chubb.
If Miles
could throw a couple more touchdowns.
You said it almost every single week. You said they're not worth the money. He's not producing up to his expectations.
This guy's a liar.
No, bullshit. There's other people on this.
He was not producing at the level that I wanted, but I never said that.
You said he should go elsewhere.
But Baker is.
No, Baker's definitely not.
But did you lose?
Actually, since Baker's getting about 18 mil a year, that's right about where he should be, right? Production-wise?
No.
18 mil?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't give him fucking two.
So
I mean, that's the going rate.
So
about
we're
10
6 and 6.
7 picks.
We're 6 and 6, right? I think we're definitely under what my expectations were for them for the season. But Brian with the A, I think they're right about where you thought they might be. You didn't have high expectations this year for them.
Oh. Let's go rewind that back. What was Brian's prediction?
No, I figured they'd.
I think he said 10 and 7.
No, I said 9 wins. I thought they'd finish with 9 wins.
Oh, okay. Then they're right on pace.
But you know what? The problem with that is I'm almost always wrong. And usually by a lot. So I don't want to be right with that number. But it looks like that might be. I mean, when you look at what we have left on the schedule, I'm not penciling in those wins just yet.
Well, I had them before the season at this point 7 and 5. And where I would love to say, hey, I'm real close for the rest of the year, I had them going 4 and 1, and I don't see that happening.
Why not?
I don't think they win. I think they could win Las Vegas. I think they could win Pittsburgh. I don't see them winning Green Bay, but where I had Cincinnati at the end of the year being a They're mailing it in.
Right. They own Cincinnati.
They don't own Cincinnati the last game of the year if they're fighting for a division crown.
Well, no, we can only go by what we've seen, and they've owned Cincinnati.
Fighting for a division
I'm just saying,
crown.
I'll give you the Packers loss, but the rest of the games are winnable.
Well, I mean, when John says fighting for a division crown, I think that means he thinks we're going to come out and beat the Ravens next week. And then
I haven't seen shit out of Cincinnati.
No.
He's saying Bengals are fighting for a division crown.
Oh, I thought the Brownies would be in the mix at that point.
If you beat the Ravens and somehow if Pittsburgh beats the Ravens this week, hey, you're right there.
I'm not, because I'm sharing the screen. Before this, I pulled up 538 playoff prediction, and there's a lot of scenarios where the Browns could make it.
I don't want to hear it.
Even that, to make the playoffs, you're talking barely over 50%, and you just need help everywhere.
To win every game.
I'm talking about the division. I'm not
They have
talking
to win
about
out.
you win the division, you're in.
There's nothing they can do except win out. I don't see any other scenario.
I'm just saying that if the Ravens lose to Pittsburgh, which is possible, not likely, but possible, and then you beat the Ravens, boom, you're right back in it.
As long as Pittsburgh's playing music for him during practice, they'll be all right.
I hate to give anything Steelers a compliment on this show, but goddamn, was Mike Tomlin's quote hilarious?
Oh, that was good. I saw that. That was funny.
Well, why don't we have that quote up? Because the rest of them sucked.
His quote might have been, "Hey, young man, shut up."
It was. That was the read between the lines translation. Yeah.
Do you want to know the points that came out of the last two?
All right.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think they need to do to turn it around? I mean, this offense is looking pathetic, and that's not just Baker.
The play calling's got to change.
Right tackle has been an issue all year.
Blake Hanson's getting destroyed, and let's be honest, the receivers suck. I don't care what stats you throw up there. They're wide open by 5. That's bullshit. That's not what I'm seeing.
How many drops was last game?
Jarvis Landry and Donovan Peoples-Jones are not getting open, period. And they don't have any other receivers. Who else did they have out there? Cage?
And what the hell is on the last drive against Baltimore? I know it was near impossible to go 75 yards with no timeouts, but why is Felton out there and not Chubb?
Right.
That's all. You get Dearness Johnson in there for a couple plays. Where's Kareem Hunt?
More to John's point on that, like you said, it wasn't near impossible. When there's 46 seconds left and it was 4th and 10, why do you throw a 7-yard pass? What fucking good is that going to do?
I'm assuming no one else was open.
My head was going to explode. How could you throw it not anywhere but past the first down marker?
Yeah, but that game all night long was sloppy.
I agree, but I don't know if anyone else was open.
You know what? At that point, you try to throw it to someone past the sticks and hope you get a pass interference. You can't throw it 7 yards on 4.
I got it.
And just to add to it, what we're all thinking anyway, if I gave you 2 stats, your defense had 4 interceptions and held your opponent to 16 total points. It could be high school football. It could be flag football. You would say the other team kicked their ass.
Right. And what was our NFL first against the Chargers? We scored 40 points and had the +3 turnover margin and still lost. Like, what was it? Something like that.
Famous for breaking all kinds of bad records.
Why are we always on the wrong side of these stupid statistics?
Yes.
Did you see the statistic at the bottom of the screen during the game where it said teams that have thrown 4 interceptions, what their record was in that span when a team has thrown? They were 0-52 if you threw 4 interceptions in a game.
Now they're
1-53.
1-52.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's so aggravating.
I mean, when you're looking, I don't even know if you want to. There aren't even any stats to go over except for.
That's why the slide was blank.
What is it? Jamie Gillen 6 punts for 261 yards.
He was fine, but
6 punts.
Let's off Baker for a second.
What about that 12 players on the field debacle?
Well, that's what I was trying to bring up earlier. What's with the sloppiness of all of the stupid bonehead
penalties? Wasn't that after a timeout or something too?
Yes,
they had it. Yes. They called it,
and they actually got away with another one right after that.
Wow.
Yeah, but then they only had 10 guys on the kickoff return and got penalized for that.
When you have a young football team, that's something that you can.
Now, is that on Mike
Prefer
Prefer or is that on Stefanski?
It's got to be.
It's on Stefanski, in my opinion. His buck stops with him.
Yeah.
That's
okay. I'm
it's
just
on
asking.
Prefer, but it's got to be on Stefanski too. It's a shame that Stefanski has to count to 11 and not his special teams coach. But what a mess! What a mess! These pre-snap penalties and all that stuff with these guys, undisciplined.
Yeah, that's on Kevin, I guess. I mean, certainly, yeah. I mean, and plus,
And the players.
come on, let's be honest about the play calling. What's going on?
awful.
You run Nick Chubb 8 times
They didn't
against the
start a
Ravens?
fullback. They didn't have a fullback playing, and then what's his
Who
name
cares?
got hurt?
Put
What's
in
his name
Kareem
got
Hunt
hurt?
at fullback.
What's his name got hurt, and they couldn't do that 12.
Conklin?
No, the other
Bullshit.
tight end. They couldn't do that 3 tight end set because what's his name got hurt.
Yeah.
Harrison Bryant.
Yeah.
That's another fucking thing. 3 tight ends. What is that?
That's
We
our-
run
that's
that
our-
3
that's our
times as
MO.
much as any other team in the league. It's stupid.
That has been our MO for the last 4 games, if you haven't noticed.
Ridiculous.
1 wide receiver, 3 tight ends out on the field.
That's on Kevin. That's not on Baker.
Yeah, but
What is
they
it?
can't adjust when there's injury. They can't adjust to a different scheme when
It
someone
seems
goes
like
out.
they can't adjust. They just keep doing the same fucking thing.
And we saw it last year, and it's playing out again this year. You come out, opening drive, you go right down the field, you do great.
You're right.
The opposition makes some adjustments, and all of a sudden you're left hold the bag. Last year was get a 35-point lead against Tennessee, and then pray to Jesus and baby Jesus and anybody else that you hang on. And we're seeing it again this year. Halftime adjustments. The Steelers game, halftime adjustments. It's just I just don't see the in-game adjustments doing the Browns any favors last year, and it's sadly it's rearing its ugly head nearly every game this year.
Yeah, scoring 35 and hoping you can hold on for the win is one thing. They haven't scored 35 points in 3 fucking games.
Wow.
It's been pretty
Since
sad.
Since
Cincy, right?
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm talking about combined points. I think it's gotta.
Oh.
Can't be
You know,
much
it's
more than
weird because
35.
they just, I don't know.
All right, the times that they scored big, and I don't have it in front of me. I'm just going by the schedule. Kansas City, they scored a fair amount.
29,
The Chargers, they scored a fair amount.
42,
Cincy, they scored a fair amount. They're
41.
2-1 in those. There's 2-1 in those games. Or excuse me, 1-2.
It should be 3-0 in those, but
Houston, you didn't score a lot. Chicago, you didn't score a lot. Minnesota, no. Arizona, no. Denver, no. Pittsburgh, no. New England, no. Detroit, no. That's a lot of no's.
Well,
Baker's great though.
no one said he was great.
And I may have.
You said we're stuck with him.
In fact, I was one of the ones that was criticizing Baker in the first couple years on this fan cast.
That's true.
A lot.
That's true.
And then I came around a little on him, and I've seen enough. I think when he's healthy, he's good enough to win you games.
You think
he
he
really
throws
is.
the ball too hard?
No, that's bullshit.
I know sometimes he throws it too high and sometimes
That's
he throws it too low, but I don't think it's ever too hard.
Yeah, if he throws it too hard, just ask the receivers of Green Bay. That's.
I hate to say we miss Odell, but
We don't.
I don't.
We don't.
No.
Well, our receiving core sucks. Big time.
You're right on that though. That
I mean,
definitely
it
needs to be
sucks.
addressed. That definitely needs to be addressed in the draft.
At least he was probably drawing
And
some
free agents.
safety coverage over to his side, which would allow you to do other things. Like,
You guys,
we have no one to take the top off the defense
No.
at all.
You
No
guys
one.
weren't excited about Jamarcus Bradley trotting around the field?
Obviously, that guy blows. You know,
I've been
Yeah,
waiting for him to get a shot.
In his career, he has a total of 4 receptions for 64 yards.
Jamarcus Bradley seems like the kind of guy that I used to hold or tow the water for back in the day, but I've smartened up.
But you guys watched the game. You saw Baltimore creeping up literally their whole team within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. You saw the game, right?
Because they said
They had one guy in the back and 10 guys right up front.
we're going to shut down the run. If
Right.
you can pass it against us and beat us, God bless you.
That's
Point
the MO to
that.
beat this
And
team
they
is
knew
shutting
they-
down the
yeah.
run.
They knew we couldn't do it.
And Brian, I can't disagree with you because New England did the same thing. But the answer should be, it's not, oh, you're going to put 9 men in the back box? Who cares? We have the best offensive line in football. We'll still run it down your throat.
Not without Jack Conklin.
Well, no.
And that's what I'm saying. Conklin, the right tackle, has been a big issue all year.
Huge issue.
Big issue.
Here's what the game plan should be. Oh, you want to put 10 men on the line of scrimmage? Here's a screenplay that's going to go for 15 every single time.
Well, wasn't there an open screenplay?
They never do it. Did
they have an open screenplay and Baker decided to run for his life even when no one was coming after him instead?
All you need is one really fast guy to just run straight down the field. That's all you need against that.
Well,
and they don't have it.
Well, they have Anthony Schwartz, but he's hurt.
And Odell's gone. They don't have it.
Well, Odell's been gone for a couple of seasons, let's be honest.
Is this team going to turn it around?
That's what you do in Madden. I'm just I don't know. Who knows?
Well, if it's in Madden, it's got to be true.
I had
That's what I used to do in Tecmo.
All right. On the Madden note, moving on.
Is this team going to turn it around?
No.
It's a bye week. Seamus, did anybody get points? Detroit or
points? Detroit.
We actually have a couple of points to award, believe it or not.
All right.
Let's go back to the Detroit game, shall we? Pretty good prediction by somebody that she chimes in every now and then, and Sturmack seems to know her well. Jen Piernat, don't know how to say it, don't care.
Jen from 101.
Final score was Browns 16, Detroit. Fuck, I don't remember. I think, what do we win? 16-14, 16-13, 10? That's irrelevant.
We won the game. Baker did fine.
Yeah, that's right.
I hear you.
She wins with the point on that one. She had a prediction of 17-7. She was by far the closest.
Good job, Jen from 101.
My prediction didn't.
Jen from room 101.
Woo!
Let me see. Where was Jimmy's prediction for that? Oh, yeah. I think he predicted a tie of 20-20. You did not win.
That was close.
This past week, there were actually a lot more people than you would think that picked the Ravens to win, because generally, for some reason, everyone picks the Browns every week. It's put on those orange-colored glasses, and they just...
Well, they knew when they couldn't score against the Lions that it was over.
Now,
neither could Pittsburgh.
There's a discrepancy in the point this week. I'm going to have to discuss it with a couple people off air here. As of right now, it stands that John Spaulding's got the point.
Yes.
But.
What?
But.
No buts about it.
All right.
Wait, what's the but?
By the way.
Jeremy Grandstaff, is that his name?
Yeah.
He put in a prediction initially of Browns 12, Ravens 15. And then in the next sentence said, no, I mean, Ravens 15, Browns. It's so confusing.
That's close.
His prediction. He was almost right on the money.
That's really close.
But he flip-flopped it to change it to say, no, the Browns are going to win 15-12. So I don't know.
Did he get that in before the Browns game kicked off?
Well, before that, but you'd have to read the way he wrote it. It's in this week's breakdown on the Please Leave Your Score Here. And in that, he said, I have some people in my family that said that the Browns will lose by at least 15. It's a very confusing post. I don't know where he was going with it. He put in two different predictions.
The iPhone Braille app was malfunctioning.
I was going to say, I understand that he couldn't.
Give it to Spalding.
Yes.
So now Spalding has a point with his prediction of 21-17 Ravens. He was by far the closest.
I'm really hard pressed to give it to Jeremy to give him 2 points on the season.
Come on, he's got to go with the talk to text already.
We'll call him for clarification.
All right.
And see what he really meant, and then we'll determine whether I get the point or he does.
Well, while you guys go through all this bullshit, I'll find it for you and I'll read it to you verbatim, and you can make a decision based on that.
While you're doing are we doing a show next week?
Oh, no. Oh, fuck no.
Wow.
Why would
well,
we?
It's good to see you.
Let's do a show next week for playoff predictions.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well.
It'll be a short one.
Take a vote.
Aye.
Well, that was a
Okay,
short segment.
I'm back. Would you like to hear how this went down, and then you tell
whatever.
me?
Yes, let's hear it.
Jeremy Grandstaff says, Jerry J. John and Scott Ruby say Ravens will win by 15. I say Ravens 15, Browns 12. That was his initial post. You said, Jeremy, that's the Ravens winning by 3. And he said, I am so glad you clarified. I meant to say Cleveland will win by 15 to Baltimore's 12. I wrote it wrong. However, the other two in my family believe that the Ravens will win by 15. Initially, his post was Ravens 15, Browns 12.
No,
Then he backtracked and
he changed
wrote
it.
that wrong.
He changed it. He changed it. I
Nope.
used some reverse psychology
Okay,
on him.
fine.
He changed it. I get the
You
point.
did use some
John.
Jedi mind tricks on him. That's
You know what?
John.
I gave John the point because the way I read it was he said, nope, I meant to say this. So that means he was wrong.
Yes, he was.
You know what, Jeremy? We have one thing to tell you.
Oh, good for you.
For you.
All right.
That's about it.
No.
Hey, Brian, with an A.
Yes.
We doing a show next week?
From what I heard, the group said, fuck no, why would we?
Oh, was I the only hand up? No, I didn't see it.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
All right, everyone. I guess we won't see you next Wednesday. You'll have to put your predictions in on a post.
Go Browns. Right?
Sure.
You don't want to. You guys aren't going to give me your predictions right this.
Hey, it's
second,
time
right
for
on the
pro
moment?
wrestling.
No, I'll let you know who's injured. We got to see who's injured and stuff.
All right.
Bye, Brian, with an O. Oh, you're already gone. Okay.
Oh, wow.
See everyone later. Buy
What
a
happened
picture
to
from
me?
Michael Pomerantz.
Wait.
All right, Wednesday night QB's live in the meeting lot, and we have with us
Michael Pomerantz.
and this guy. If you don't, is this your son?
My stepson, yeah, Jack Coleman.
Okay, Jack Coleman, Mike Pomerantz. If you don't know, now you know. This guy sells the prints that we all have in our homes. You got to have them. You got to know what you got to get. This guy's got them for you right here. Here's what we got. You going to work tomorrow?
This is work.
This is work. So he ain't going to work tomorrow unless you're going to be here tomorrow.
No.
No? Give us your quick Browns resume. How long have you been coming down here? How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been selling my paintings of Browns players in the Muni lot since 2011. I went to my first Browns game in 1966. So I've been here a couple of times.
He's been here a couple of times. 1966, do you remember who it was against?
No. I can only say that I missed Jim Brown by 1 year and the championship by 2 years. So I have never seen a championship, and I'm still waiting.
As we all are. All right, well.
And I also want to say that thanks to great guys like Brian here, who have been big supporters and just fun people, because this is the best place to work in the whole city.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate what you do, because I think I have all of them.
You do.
Except for those two right
ones,
there.
Yeah. Get your new one.
I'll see you when you get down
All
there.
right, man.
All right, here's the biggest question, most important question of the day. What's your prediction for tonight's game?
I think it's going to be competitive. It'll come down to how many touchdowns Baker can throw, because the defense is going to have some problems with all the injuries.
What do you think?
27-24 Browns.
27-24 Browns, and?
I'll go with my better half here.
Okay. Well, then, besides Baker and Odell, who's going to play the key parts in today's victory?
I like to think Chubbs is. I don't think they've given him the ball enough.
Chubb seems to be the hot one here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Right guard. If Baker can stay upright, we got it.
So he's going with offensive line. He's going with Chubb. You heard it here first in the Muni lot. Fools. All right, Wednesday night QB's live in the Muni lot, and we have with us
Michael Pomerantz.
and this guy. If you don't, is this your son?
My stepson, yeah, Jack Coleman.
Okay, Jack Coleman, Mike Pomerantz. If you don't know, now you know. This guy sells the prints.
On the south side of Lake Erie, there's a place called Cleveland Town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a team called the Cleveland Browns. And they came alive in 85 and 86, they're going for more. Bring on the Broncos, Bengals, Bears, the Dolphins, Steelers, we don't care. 'cause we're going to the Super Bowl. They're the bad Cleveland Browns, baddest football team around, better than a team should be. They're gonna win the AFC. Now the Browns are known throughout the league for their fearsome running backs. Nothing could be finer than a run by Ernest Miner and a big Kevin Mack attack. We got Bernie the Kid, and I'm glad we did. He's as talented as he is cool. In the clutch is quite a twosome when he throws to Ozzie Newsome. Brian Brennan, Webster Slaughter too. They're the bad